Ain't this what they been waiting for? You ready? I used to pray for times.
Welcome back
like
to another
this,
episode. This is
like
episode
this,
4
so I
to the
had
Kids Club.
grind
We got
like
here
that,
our very
shine
own
like
Michael
this,
Alvarez,
man.
the kid with the dream. All right, Michael, tell me, what are the top 3 characteristics that you want people to know who Michael Alvarez is?
I would say one characteristic is definitely hustle. Another one would be motivated, I want to say. I'm very determined as well. Determination is key, I would like to say. Honestly, being hungry for it is, I think, the main part in this like whole thing of like chasing a dream and seeing the dream, you know, seeing the vision of it. The vision is actually like really big. Owen knows. I mean, we talk about it a lot. I would say it's something to definitely look forward to. It's exciting. A little scary, you know, you don't really know how the path is going to go or what it may lead to. But the best thing to do is just look forward to it and actually just work toward it. And as long as you keep working toward your dreams, there's always going to be those negative thoughts and all the negative people that are going to try to block you and put you down. But as long as you just keep striving and keep going, working towards your goals, it'll definitely work out.
Michael, me and you have been friends for a really, really long time. We went to elementary school, middle school, high school, and now we live together.
What?
No, I'm just kidding, we don't live together. But, you know, we basically see each other on a daily basis, right? We hang out, you know, keep in touch a lot. But, you know, Michael, I love the way how you've grown, how you've matured, and how you know, became your own independent person, you know, not to rely on anyone. And, you know, you're just striving and doing good for yourself.
Honestly, I would say a memory, it would have to be from my childhood that actually made me live life differently from like there on out. It's a little touchy subject, but when my Nino passed away, it made me open my eyes, you know. That was kind of out of nowhere. We didn't really expect it. We didn't really see nothing coming. He was a happy person. I'm one of like the greatest guys I've ever known. He was like a father figure to me because I didn't grow up with one. But yeah, definitely, he taught me pretty much a little bit of everything I know, you know, like as far as it's going to like just being a man itself and like, you know, enjoying life and pretty much like being happy as a man, you know, like he would take me on trips, go get some food. I would go with my little cousins, and it was pretty much like when that happened, it kind of threw me off and like kind of shocked my world a little bit. You know, I was in middle school, 8th grade year, and I remember that day like it was yesterday. It's pretty crazy, you know, like going back to school, and then just like I was just crying. I could even make it to the day, and ever since then I kind of like opened my eyes on like everything I step forward to like from here on out is like, you know, like looking at life like as in like just like more so like overcoming everything, like all the obstacles that comes in my way. Because honestly, like growing up is not easy. I'm pretty sure you guys know that. It's like it comes with a lot, you know, being a grown up. You always hear from your parents, you know, like, oh, like wait till you grow up, wait till you grow up. But when it actually happens and you're really growing up, I mean, you want to go back in time, you know what I mean? You want to go back in time. You want to relive the childhood moments, you know what I mean?
Yeah, like you just like think about it and you start realizing I should listen to my mom, I should enjoy everything I had.
For sure, no, yeah, for sure. No, yeah, exactly. I mean,
it's all on your own now.
no, yeah, and I remember too, touching on that too, it's like I remember too walking into the hospital one day and I wasn't feeling too well, you know? And I went into the hospital and I was 18 already and they called my name and I was like, all right, Mom, let's go. And they stopped my mom at the door and they're like, yeah, you can't go in. He's already 18. He has to go by himself. And I was like, nah, I was in there shaking. I was shaking in my boots, you know what I mean?
That's when I really realized now I have to mature and grow up. You know?
No, yeah, exactly. And then that's what it is too, is just being so used to having like a grown-up or an elderly person there for it, like going in with you, you know what I mean? Yeah. And like them talking for you. So when you went by yourself, it was more so a different story. You had to answer the questions by yourself. They were asking you questions if you wanted things or not, and you pretty much had to answer them yourself, you know what I mean? So, I mean, that was definitely one moment from my childhood that definitely made me look at life differently. It's just more so, just live life and actually like, you know, don't stress the negative and like the little things, you know, because they're always gonna be there. Just pretty much work towards your goals.
Michael, we know, a lot of us know that you've been working on a lot of projects. Describe those projects and how has the process came along for those projects?
You see a lot of big social media artists and like influencers like being on social media. You always been like, oh, you want to be one of those, you know? And, like you don't see them working a 9 to 5 pretty much and all that. So live life basically, you know, do what you want. You would wake up and just record, you know what I mean? So social media is definitely one big thing I've been working forward to. I've always told myself I wanted to be a social media influencer. I think there's something bigger than a 9 to 5, and I think that's what a lot of people should see, is that there's definitely something bigger than just a job. You know what I mean? Yeah, it's cool to have a job, a 9 to 5, a good working, you know, that pays well, whatever it may be. But you always want something bigger than life. You know, never settle. That's why I try to tell a lot of people when I meet them at first, is just to never settle when there's always something better or more.
Always be hungry.
Always be hungry, like I was saying in the beginning. Exactly.
Think big.
Think big. So, and like I was going back to the topic that me and Owen, we talked. There was days and nights maybe that we've talked, and it's just me and Owen kind of have the same mindset, you know, of not wanting well, how would you say it, Owen? Not wanting a average Joe's life. Yes, sir. You don't want that, you know, like the ones that everyone has. Basically, you always want something bigger and something better. You know what I mean? So, social media has definitely caught my eye, and that's why I've been working forward to it. I do got a couple projects. Recently, I got a Gas Our Ass. I don't know if you guys seen that. You got to go check it out. Do food reviews. I start doing a little bit of vlogging and blogging, a little bit of different things on there. I definitely got my barber page, as you can see. We got the little shop going on. So, yeah, it's definitely something I want to work forward to. I do have a clothing brand coming out soon, hopefully. Break the cycle. So I'm looking forward to that. It's definitely been a project and literally how would you say it, like a battle in its own, you know what I mean? So like I was saying, we come from a very small town.
Bombastic side eye, criminal offensive side eye.
You know what I mean? Not a lot of people from the city, at least that we know, actually make it out and actually do something bigger than what like I was saying is a 9 to 5. You hear a lot of people that have very good jobs, pay very well, but I mean, when you find those group of kids that actually have a bigger mindset of wanting more and wanting to be something and making something out of nothing, it's definitely something to hold on to. And I feel like I found that and with Owen and with Angel, you know what I mean? Like, and a couple other friends that we do have, we definitely found this little group that is definitely something to hold on to, because when you find someone that's chasing the same exact thing you are, and it's basically just success and motivation and being hungry for it, you definitely could go a long way. And like I was saying, it's just being motivated. I mean, I think the main thing for me is waking up every day and finding motivation, you know what I mean? And that's pretty much what I would say is like being motivated would make you strive and make you so hungry for something that you want. And if you don't have motivation, it's pretty much, it can definitely take a toll on you, waking up every day, wanting to achieve that goal, but not having something to work forward to, you know what I mean? So,
There's been times for sure for me, at least, I'm pretty sure Angel can relate to it too, and you as well. Like, you just tend to, there's days where you're like, damn, I don't want to do it.
Exactly.
So, like, you feel so down, and you feel like, why am I doing this?
Exactly.
Is this going to amount to anything? Is this worth my time? Is it worth it, you know? At the end of the day, we're all taking a risk, you know? We're all taking
exactly.
a risk. And, you know, something that helps me out a lot, and, you know, I heard this advice a while ago, like a couple years ago, like 4 or 5 years ago, and it's always something I stuck with. Usually when I tend to feel like that type of way, like I kind of like start drifting little by little away from like what I'm chasing and, you know, what I really want in life, I remind myself, why did I start all of this?
Exactly.
You remind yourself why you started, who are you doing this for, why are you doing it, you know?
Yes, sir.
Really,
like Owen was saying, is that why. That why is something that you strive for. Like, why do I wake up every day? Why do I do this? Why do I do that? There's plenty of days where I wake up and I don't even want to go to work. You know what I mean? Like, you're just tired mentally, physically, and it's definitely the whys. When you wake up and you know what your why is, you're definitely gonna go far for sure.
Just going into like the barbering thing, Michael. How long have you been doing that? Like, you see a lot of people starting to pick up the clippers, and you know, how would you say, like, describe your path and journey within, you know, barbering itself and cutting hair?
I'll definitely describe it as a tough journey, especially from the start. Cutting hair is not very simple, I would say. It's definitely something to learn, definitely something to catch on with, you know what I mean? So cutting hair, it's pretty much, you know, like not everybody's gonna be like, all right, just cut my hair, you know, because I know for me, haircuts are very, very like important. You know what I mean? Like if someone messes up my haircut, bro, I'm having a bad week. I'm not gonna lie.
I remember the first time you cut my hair, right?
Bro,
if you can send that picture to Angel, that'll be insane.
dude, I'm gonna send the picture to Angel, bro. We'll pop it up right here.
Oh my God, bro.
Oh, hell no, man. What the fuck, man? Get your...
Bro, that...
I remember the first time you cut my hair.
Bro.
Like, you were asking us, right? You wanted to start cutting. I'm like,
No, yeah.
I'm gonna let you just cut my hair. I don't even care if you mess up. Cause to me, my hair doesn't really matter.
No, yeah.
Some people are really picky, but I don't really care. I remember the first time you cut me, and I told you, this was before I kind of started caring more about my hair. I care about it a little bit better. I told Michael, give me a 1 around the side, and just trim the top. Michael told me he didn't even know how to use scissors, so I was like, alright, don't even worry about it, just cut the sides. You know, he can't really mess that up. It's all 1 all around. So I'm like, oh, okay. The ladies at like Macho's, the barbershop that's like, you know, a couple of streets down, they just do it like in 15, 10 minutes. So I'm thinking in my head, oh, Michael's probably gonna take almost like 30 minutes. I remember you took like 3 hours. 2 hours.
It was like 2 hours, bro. No cap. No, yeah, like I said, definitely the start is finding those people who are gonna let you cut their hair. Owen was one of them. Shout out to Owen. But I did mess them up, bro. As you can see in that picture, oh my God, I don't know what I was doing. Voice cracked a little bit. I don't know what I was doing. It was a little bit of freestyling and just doing what I thought I knew what I was doing, but pretty much I didn't know nothing, you know? What I always was told when I started this was be like a kid when you start this, you know? Like be a kid to everything. Basically, like just be open-minded, open ears, you know what I mean? Like always want to listen to what people have to say, because you never know. You may think you know everything and you really don't. There's a lot of things that you don't know. For me, I cut at home, as you can see, so I'm not in a barbershop yet. A lot of people, they get that how do you say it? They get used to a clientele walking in and out. For me, it's only appointments. Most people text me on Instagram and they'll go ahead and set an appointment or whatever it may be. And that's how I get my clientele, and word for word, you know what I mean? Or word of mouth, basically. It's like people telling people to go to him or whatever it may be, you know? So definitely when I started out, it was a journey and it was a battle within my own. I would wake up every day for an hour. I would watch YouTube videos for hours, you know, like I would wake up and you know what I mean? Like
I would go to your house and you have a video playing.
I would have a video playing. Owen would go to the house and I would have a video playing at my old house, just on the big screen. I would just be watching it like for hours, you know. Shout out to Dre Clipperhands. I would watch him and just trying to catch on to everything he does, you know, and everyone knows this, but when you see something on camera and you try to do it in person, it's way different. For me, I'm a hands-on learner, so when I see something done right in front of me or when I do it myself, I learn from basically what I messed up on and what I had to do and what I had to fix. And pretty much seeing it as a vision, it's like, all right, I think I can do that. And I try to follow the steps as best I could, but honestly, in the beginning, I was messing people up. We do have a lot of people that I cut in the beginning, and I don't know, maybe I'll try to send Angel some pictures and we'll pop some up, bro. But honestly, holy, it was not good, bro. I mean, Owen, he first-hand witnessed it, bro. It was something different, and honestly, I think I lied to him too. I said I had scissors, bro. I didn't even have scissors at the time, bro.
No, you said you couldn't cut the top. So
no, yeah, I was like, I didn't know how to cut the top at the time, because I mean, the top is way different from the sides. The sides you're fading, the top you're kind of trimming. So it was definitely a different pathway for me to go. But yeah, definitely starting off, it was a battle within its own. Just learning, asking questions, being open ear to everything, and just pretty much not thinking I knew everything, you know? And like, I never wanted to think I knew everything, because I know I really didn't. Like, I'm not gonna go out there and be like, yeah, I knew everything, and oh, don't teach me nothing, I know how to do everything. Because honestly, there's always something to learn within any aspect of your life, of like whatever you're doing in life. Be open, like, ear to it, because you never know what you can learn. You may think you know everything, but there's a lot of things to learn out there.
All right, Michael, so we talked about how, you know, the many things you're pursuing, and, you know, we both know you have a lot of people who support you, whether it's friends, family, peers, whatever it is, right? You have a lot of people behind you, and, you know, always, you know, supporting. For the ones that don't, you know, the ones that tell you, that give you backhand compliments, or the ones that just simply don't fuck with you, or the ones that, you know, just hate, how's the way that you kind of like handle that, you know? Like,
I would say I handle hate pretty much a little different than others.
If you have people hating on you, or you have some sort of negative feedback, whatever it is,
Yep.
right? Then it means you're doing something right.
Yep.
It means you're doing something right. You can't really hate on anyone that's really willing to improve themselves, be better, or just pursue their life sucks.
I didn't really care for it, you know what I mean? Like, I've seen hatred, I've heard hatred, I've gotten hatred. I didn't really like take that like as in like I was gonna cope myself and stop doing what I was doing.
Let it get to your head.
You know what I mean? Yeah, exactly. Like, not let it get to my head. I mean, I chose to take the risk of doing something nobody else is doing, you know what I mean? And those people that are hating are not taking the risk. I've always told Owen this too, is like taking the risk is the biggest key in life, because you never know what the outcome's gonna be. You know, succeed or fail, you know what I mean?
You took that chance.
Exactly. And I mean, this is a famous line too, is like, hope for the best, prepare for the worst. You know what I mean? Like, you hope that it's going to turn out how you want it to turn out, but honestly, in every single like aspect of, like, in every single like pathway in everybody's like life, it doesn't go as planned. Plans don't go as planned. If the road's straight, there's something that's not right. You know what I mean? There's always bumps in the road, cracks in the road, dips or whatever it may be. Potholes.
Sucky drivers.
It's sucky drivers too. You know, those are the haters. You know what I mean? But yeah, I never really like cared about the hate. You know what I mean? I just kind of went through it. The hate actually motivated me to be better and actually do better things. You know what I mean? Like cut more, or film more videos, or put out more videos. You know what I mean? Cause
get better at what you're doing.
Get better at what you're doing. You know, because I mean, like Owen was saying, if people are not hating on you, then you're not doing something right, or you're doing something right if people are hating on you. You know what I mean? So definitely, hatred is not a problem. I've gotten hatred. I just dealt with it by letting it go over my head. You know what I mean? Not letting it bother me. And honestly, it's like you were saying, bro. Why do people hate? Why do you think people hate, Owen?
Maybe because their life amounts to nothing. Like I know people who like, I can name like 20 people that went to the same high school.
I feel we don't name drop. We don't name drop.
I might.
He might name drop. He might. Hey, bro, that ain't on me. He might name drop.
I got a list.
Bro.
Hey,
he got the death note right here on his arm.
What I'm saying, you know what's crazy to me? I told this to a lot of people. A lot of people really disliked me in high school for what I was doing.
Exactly. The hustle.
You know, the hustle, right? Yet again, they follow Bigos kicks.
I feel it, bro.
Like, whatever it is, you know, whether it's people, you know, and I had a lot of support in high school, like within my peers and, you know, even the teachers and, you know, the principal and all that.
Oh, yeah.
But, you know, I would hear a lot of things being said about me, and then at the end of the day, those people would end up texting me on Bigos kicks, asking for a discount, and I'll tell them no, or I'll tell them, I just won't even respond. There's been times when people text me to get them something, and if I don't really mess with them, and I know they talk shit about me, I just ignore it, you know. I could care less about the money. I really don't care about the money.
Exactly.
And those same people that, you know, said those things about me,
yeah,
in some way or another. But like I said, I think it's mostly just because they're miserable. And you have what they don't.
Mm-hmm.
You know, a lot of people really dislike how much all of us hang out, you know.
Exactly.
We have a big friend group.
We do have a big.
We always keep in touch. But I think it's literally just that, though. Like, people are just sad about their lives. I haven't met a single person who's hated on me that's happy.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, I understand when you're going through something and you want to hit on somebody, but it's honestly worthless and timeless. I mean, I've had people, like Owen was saying, he has people that hit him up to sell him shoes, and they're the ones that were hating on him, you know, in high school. I had people that hit me up for haircuts. I still cut their hair. It's not because, I'm not just going to be like, oh, no, I don't want to cut your hair just because you hated on me, you know, or I know you don't like me. It's more so like you were saying, the principle of like actually learning, not seeing it as like, oh, I hate this kid, I don't want to cut his hair. It's more so seeing it as like, oh, I could learn from cutting his hair, and what if, you know, God forbid I mess up on his haircut, which I won't do on purpose.
I think
there's a learning experience in that situation, instead of actually seeing, oh, no, I don't want to cut his hair because he was hating on me, or he was giving negative feedback to one of my friends that got back to me, you know what I mean? And I think that's the main thing too about me, you know, that like we kind of understand is there's always going to be those friends that talk shit to your friends about you. And it's kind of like, once you figure it out, because they don't think it's going to get around town, bro. Our friends are tight. Like I was saying, like their friend group we hang out with is pretty tight. So when those people try to talk shit to them, they're going to come tell us, bro. So don't hate on us and don't talk shit, because shit's going to get around town for sure. And we're going to find out.
One thing I really fuck with you, man,
What do you mean by that?
and I really love about you,
Bombastic side eye.
is how you carry yourself with your friends. Even then, I actually wouldn't even consider them your friends, because you don't even consider them your friends, but rather because you consider them your family. Like, how's that? Like, explain to me, because they're like your brothers pretty much.
So, like Angel was saying, I don't really consider my friends. I consider them as brothers, you know what I mean, and family. For that point being is because honestly, I can probably count my friends on just one hand, you know what I mean? And that's why I like to tell the boys is like, keep your circle small. You don't really want it too wide and too big, because that's when stuff and problems start happening, you know what I mean? The people I have around me are real, they're honest, they're not disloyal, and they're motivated, and they're hungry for something, you know what I mean? Definitely, there are my brothers, because like I said earlier, we think the same, we want the same thing, and when you want the same thing with somebody, you strive towards success. And I think that's definitely the biggest thing that people should see is when you look around yourself, you are who you are surrounded by. You know what I mean? You're surrounded by bums, you're going to be a bum. If you're surrounded by successful people, you're going to be a successful person. And that's what a lot of people don't understand, is that they think they're surrounded by goofballs and they act a goofball themselves. that they're gonna be a successful person because they stand out in the group. I'd rather be the most mindless person in a group and have friends that are way smarter than me, because I know they're gonna teach me something as time goes on, instead of being the smartest person in the group and having mindless friends that are not gonna teach me anything and basically not help me get anywhere. And the people I have around me today is definitely teaching me different things, you know what I mean? We're all motivated, we're all hungry, and we're definitely chasing after the same thing, which is success. A big pathway for us and everyone that's around us is that we all want to make it out of where we are right now at the moment. And I feel like all my brothers are like that, you know what I mean? I have about 4, I think I want to say, I don't even know how many brothers I have for real. You know what I mean? I think I have like five brothers, bro. 5 biological brothers. But people that I bring in as family, honestly what I like to say too is that your friends are your chosen family. You know what I mean? Your friends are the people that aren't your family, but you chose them to be your family. You know, and you treat them like family, you respect them like family, and you just bring them around like they're your family, you know what I mean? Like, to where your moms are like, oh, what's up, mijo, how are you, this and that, you know? Like, you've had those friends where they come around a lot, and your mom or your auntie or whoever it may be gets used to seeing them a lot, you know what I mean? So that's what I like to say is like, my friends are like my brothers, and I'd rather not have friends, I'd rather have brothers, because I know they're gonna be more real than my friends are gonna be to me.
You know, like, who you have surrounded, like, literally is going to determine your future, like it or not. And one thing I want to say is, like, you really got to have people that actually want you to win. Like, and not just be there for the long run, for they could use you and, you know, use that fake stuff like, oh, I was there for you since the beginning. Yeah, like, you genuinely want people that, you know, it's like they're actually happy for you to see you winning. And it's rare, to be honest, to have that. When I see people winning my age, you know, or, you know, maybe younger, and they're like close people to me, I'm like, you know, it's their time. It's, you know, my time will come, but eventually it's like, you know, you got to root for them, but, you know. But one thing I would say for sure is, like, you know, people really do matter about circle, especially our age right now, because, like, you know, it's like one wrong decision and you're fucked. Oh, yeah. Like it or not. Like, we're 20 now. We ain't 16. We're like, you know, you get caught up. It's like, all right, slapping the wrist. Yeah. Now it's like, you locked up, boy. For real. Alright, that's wrapped for episode 4. Michael Alvarez, the kid with the dream. Shout out to him. Any last words, guys?
Last words would be just chase your dreams, bro. I'm a kid with a dream, as you can see. We're chasing them right now. I got a couple projects like they were saying. Gas or ass, go ahead and check that out on Instagram. If you guys have a dream, go ahead and chase it and just ignore the negativity. Fuck the negativity.
Yeah, thank you guys for watching another video. You know, we appreciate you guys for watching these videos. And we do this for fun, but we appreciate you guys for watching. Subscribe to the YouTube channel if you haven't. Follow us on Instagram, follow us on TikTok, and stay tuned. We're going to be putting a lot more videos every Sunday, guys. Take care, and God bless.